Welcome to a deep dive into Machiavelli's perspective on female nature, a topic that has sparked debate for centuries. Niccolò Machiavelli, best known for his political treatise The Prince, was a keen observer of human behavior. But what did he really say about women? In this video, we'll explore his writings, the context of his era, and how his ideas have been interpreted over time. Let's begin by understanding who Machiavelli was and why his views still matter today. Niccolò Machiavelli was an Italian diplomat, philosopher, and writer during the Renaissance. He lived in a time of political upheaval where power dynamics were constantly shifting. His works, especially The Prince, focused on the realities of power, often ignoring moral ideals in favor of practical outcomes. Understanding his background helps us see why his views on human nature, including female nature, were shaped by the turbulent world around him. Before diving into his thoughts on women, it's important to grasp Machiavelli's general outlook on human nature. He believed people are driven by self-interest, often acting out of necessity rather than virtue. This pragmatic, sometimes cynical view colored all his writings. For Machiavelli, understanding the true motivations behind actions was key to navigating society and politics effectively. Understand Machiavelli's perspective on female nature, we must consider the societal context of his time. The Renaissance period was marked by strict gender roles, with women often confined to domestic spheres. Education and political participation were largely reserved for men. These cultural norms heavily influenced Machiavelli's observations and the way he wrote about women in his works. Machiavelli rarely wrote directly about women, but when he did, his tone was often blunt and unsentimental. In his plays and letters, he sometimes portrayed women as cunning or manipulative, reflecting the broader Renaissance stereotypes. However, he also acknowledged women's influence in both private and public life, suggesting that their roles, though limited by society, were still significant in shaping events. One of Machiavelli's most famous metaphors is that of fortune, which he often personified as a woman. He described fortune as unpredictable and sometimes cruel, requiring boldness and adaptability to master. This metaphor has been interpreted as a reflection of his views on both fate and female nature, uncontrollable, powerful, and deserving of respect, yet also something to be managed with skill. Over the years, Machiavelli's comments about women have been criticized as misogynistic. However, some scholars argue that his views were more a product of his time than personal prejudice. Others suggest that his writings about fortune reveal a grudging admiration for the unpredictable power he associated with women. The debate continues, with interpretations varying widely depending on the reader's perspective. Today, Machiavelli's ideas about female nature are often revisited in discussions about gender, power, and society. While some of his views may seem outdated, they offer a window into historical attitudes and the evolution of gender roles. By examining his work critically, we can better understand how far society has come and how much further we have to go in achieving true equality. Summary: Machiavelli's brutal truths about female nature reflect both the limitations and the insights of his time. While his writings may not align with modern values, they challenge us to question assumptions and look deeper into the forces that shape human behavior. By understanding the context and complexity of his views, we gain a richer perspective on history, gender, and the enduring quest for power and understanding.